Hey y'all. Welcome to Sharane's World. I just wanted to come up here and have a conversation with you guys for a little while. Just, I just wanted to spread awareness, give a whole bunch of awareness towards domestic violence and narcissistic relationships. I'm a survivor myself, and trust me, coming out that situation is not an easy thing to deal with. So I just wanted to come up here and have a chat with everyone and just spread that love. If you're out there and you're going through something right now, um I pray that everything gets better for you. I hope that if you're going through a situation that you're able to get out that situation as safely as you can. If you're going through a court proceeding, I hope and pray that everything that you're going through within the court system, if all of that gets settled to where your mental health and everything could just be at ease, to where you can just leave that relationship in the past and focus on your future and do what you have to do for yourself. You know, I just want all you ladies to know it's never your fault. So don't let nobody tell you it's your fault for what you're going through. It's not your fault. Okay? So don't never feel like that. I know sometimes people be like, oh, well, why you didn't leave or why this? Listen, nobody understands. They're not going to understand unless they themselves been through domestic violence or themselves dealt with a narcissistic person. So they can't speak. Until then, until they go through the same thing and whatever the case may be, then it is what it is. But it's a hard situation, and I see a lot of ladies. Like, I go on social media and I'm looking and I'm seeing, like, it's a lot of ladies that's out there that's going through a lot of domestic violence or leaving out of a narcissistic relationship. And I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies, um, when I went through mines, I had to change passwords. I had to take my locations off. It was a lot of things I had to do to protect myself, not just myself, my children as well. Yes, I went through family court. I did all those things that I had to do. Order protection. Sometimes they don't work. It's just all about you being 10 steps ahead of that person. You always protect yourself when you're outside. You stay aware of your surroundings, because I'm always aware of my surroundings no matter where I'm at. You know, um, you just it's just a lot of things you have to do, and I know it's hard. And you may feel like you don't have nobody to talk to or nobody understands you, but trust me, there's people out there that do understand, because I understand. I understand, and I'm a survivor, and I've been through it. I've been through counseling. I've been through it all. And sometimes you may slip up back in the same situation again. Maybe you're different. And that's why you have to break the cycle. You want to break that cycle. You don't want that again, you know. And you cannot help the other person. That other person that's putting you through the situation, you can't help them at all. That's something for them to figure out on their own, you know. And it sucks. It's sad. And all you can do is just try to, like, just break the cycle. I've been through the counseling, um, build myself back up, and I just felt like, for the past since 2019, I'm like, I got a story to tell. One is like, it was really hard, you know. So it's so much when it comes to domestic violence that I really wish that I could help, like, a lot of people. So many people just get out the situation that they're in, or just be there to listen to what they're going through. Maybe I can give give some help or some support in whatever it is that they're going through. Because I know, I understand. You know, um, but when you get out that situation and you look back and now you're safe and you're out that situation, your kids are safe, everybody's happy, you're gonna start glowing. Your skin, just everything just starts glowing. More doors open up for you. just everything. And you don't let nobody steal that shine when some doors start opening. You do not let that. And I totally understand it's harder for people that have children, with the person that they're having these issues with their batterer, or however you want to put it. Um, if you're going through family court, you save all your evidence, everything that you got. You make sure your advocate got all your evidence. You make sure your lawyer got all your evidence. You have backup evidence. You walk in that courtroom with your head held high and you fight for your child. Whether it's sole custody, legal custody, half custody, however it go, you fight for your child. Um, and you go from there. The whole goal is you want to move on from this chapter of your life, and it's not easy, and it's gonna get better. Trust me, it will get better. Once you put your foot down, it will get better, definitely. um and when that time comes and it start getting better, you're gonna know not to put not to like you know all the red flags. You don't want that again. You don't want to deal with nothing like that again. So you will not put yourself back into that situation. And if you come across somebody that are giving out those red flags like that, then you'll know ahead of time, like, yeah, no. I personally feel like when you're coming out these type of situations, you work on yourself for a while. You stay to yourself for a while. You build yourself back up. You do what you have to do for yourself and your family. You know, oh man, I tell you, 2019, I had a crazy experience. And, I got through that. I did my counseling. I did a video on that through the Rise program. And then, everything was good after that. But then 2025 came around. I experienced another situation, a narcissistic relationship. Um, Turned into DV first, then it rolls into narcissistic relationship. And that is like the hardest thing, because those type of people, narcissistic people, it is hard to, I'm telling you, it's so hard for them to go. Very hard. And you have to put your foot down. You have to go no contact at all. Because those are the hardest people to get away from. Like I said, I just want to come up here and share my story and share certain things with you guys. Maybe if I have an idea or whatever it is, I just want to come up here and just speak freely. Just be myself. Um, just spreading the word. That's all I want to do, is spread the word. And I hope that my videos get out to anybody that is experiencing domestic violence or experiencing a narcissistic relationship. I am hoping and praying that my videos get out to you guys and help you guys, no matter what it is. The small information that I'm giving, help you guys. um I know I got through it, and I know you guys definitely can get through it. It is not an easy situation. Nobody else is gonna understand your situation. You got this. You get you an advocate, you get you a therapist, you get you a lawyer, and those are the people that you need. Those are the right teams that you have on you. When I went through my situation in 2019 and also in 2025, I had the right people on my side, on my team. I had all my evidence. I had everything. And once you have your advocate understands. I love an advocate. When I went through my situation, I love the advocate that actually went through what I went through, because you understand me, you know, especially or a mentor. They understand what you went through, so they can relate. Y'all can have a conversation. You know, Another thing I want to say is, don't ever feel ashamed to reach out to anybody. If that one person is not listening to you, trust me, there's somebody else that's listening to you. And if you are going through a domestic violence relationship, please get yourself out that situation. It is not healthy. Whether you got kids, married or not married, it is not a healthy situation at all. Um, like I said, domestic violence is not talked about enough. It definitely needs to be spread around. A lot of victims, a lot of survivors need to come out and speak out about what they're going through, what they went through and how they got through it, just to help someone else out. I personally, you know, been wanting to do this for a long time since I went through my situation in 2019. I looked at my advocate and was like, hey, I want to help someone else. I want to be a mentor. I want to, you know, help the young ones, just to get the word out because it's not a good situation at all. So, yeah, I'm just hoping, like, if you're going through that situation, I feel you. And by me just sitting here, I'm being very real. This is natural. You're getting a story from a survivor. It's not a watered down story. It's not, whatever, an actual survivor, you know. And sometimes I have to be careful with sharing certain things, because it's is social media. Um, but yeah, God, from 2019, and I could say from 2020, I started uh, a Facebook group for survivors, and I was posting pictures up there, and doing things up there, and it was just like it was something calling me to do this. Like, you need to reach out to people, you know. And then after a while, I stopped. And then Romika Meeks, September 8th, 2025 came, and Romika Meeks' story came up on Facebook. And that reminded me of a situation I went through in 2025. Okay. That broke my heart. Justice for Romika. And like I said, I'm always going to speak Romika Meeks' name because that was a beautiful, beautiful young lady. Beautiful. That did not deserve anything that happened to her. So justice for Romika Meeks. Shout out to Chicago. And shout out to all the other content creators that are reporting on Romika Meeks because I follow a lot of other content creators that do report on Romika Meeks' story. And like I said, it's real sad. It's so sad. And yeah, her story definitely touched me. And her story also brought me up here to wanting to share my story and also wanting to come up here and talk with everyone else and get it out there because there is people out there. I go on the internet, there are other people out there that are going through something so serious. One thing I can say is that 2019, I probably wouldn't have still been here. You understand? But God has a story for me. 2025, another wake up call. You just, nah, you don't want that. You got to break the cycle. That's what you have to do. And shout out to all the people that are out that situation, and shout out to all the people that are trying to get out of that situation. And if you are trying, trust me, like I said, there is a lot of help out there. There are hotline numbers. There is someone that you can talk to. There's someone that you can text. There are shelters. There's all types of things. Or just reach out if you need that help. Because it's not a healthy relationship. And the only place you're going to end up is either unalive, jail, and that's basically it. And you don't want that. So, once again, I just wanted to say thank you guys. I hope you guys like my channel. And just like, comment, and subscribe. And leave some comments. And I will always reach out and comment back to you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful evening. Like I said, this is all raw of me talking to you guys. There's no watered down stuff. This is straight raw coming from a survivor. So I hope you guys like and have a blessed night.